you can look back over your political career and say that you were fully honest the entire time?
No, definitely not. And I think the challenge for politicians is that we are being encouraged to spin and sell. We're sort of salesmen, and we're often salesmen with quite a dodgy product. And that's partly the parties. The nature of our parties mean we're not really independent people. We're signing up to these platforms that we're trying to defend against another side. And maybe you agree with 80% of your party, but you're having to compromise on 20% of it, but you're selling 100% all the time. Nevertheless, I think it's possible to be a more or less truthful politician. I think that British politics did have people who were able to admit where they were wrong, who were able to resign. And Boris Johnson has jumped into another dimension. I absolutely believe that people like myself needed to improve. There were many things we said which we could have done better on. But broadly speaking, I was proud of my comments. I thought Theresa May was basically a decent person. She was a politician, yes, she had to sell messages, she's basically a decent person. And when you sat down with her one-on-one, you knew where she was coming from. The problem with Boris Johnson is it's not just the public nonsense, it's even in private. You get no sense at all of what he believes or what you're really going to be able to do with him or for him, because I think he's completely, from his head to his toes, totally inconsistent. There's no framework there.
Give an example when you're in government, how that might have hamstrung your efforts in terms of governance policy.
Yeah, so give you a small example. He would say to me, Rory, Libya is a bite-sized British problem. Let's sort out Libya. So you'd go away, you'd do a lot of work, you'd come back, you'd say, Foreign Secretary, unfortunately we don't have an ambassador in Libya, there's a civil war, but with £40 million we can do this, that, and he'd just lose interest totally. Or I would bring together a big strategy, I'd announce it to him, and he'd go, brilliant Rory, do it, you've got absolute power. And then I'd say to the civil servants, great, so that's a go, right? He said we could do this. And they'd be like, well, Rory, but tomorrow we could go back, say the opposite to him, and he'd be like, brilliant, do it, right?